The best thing you can do for your acting career to improve your auditions, guys, is coaching definitely helps. Acting coach, like getting a coach or hiring a coach, a really good coach. Obviously going to class, script analysis, all the great things. But I think for me, how I really started approaching my auditions differently was by watching TV. And I think a lot of people look down on watching TV, but that's literally our job. Our job, we are on TV, so we have to watch TV. And whoever wants to like shame you for that or like make fun of you for that, tell them to go take their self-help hustle culture behind somewhere else with that narrative, because that's literally our job. There's so much you can learn from watching TV. Just literally just paying attention and paying attention to the tone, how the actors talk, the network, the style, the cinematography, there's the dialogue. There's just so much that you can learn from watching TV. And I think what the benefit I got the most out of watching TV was learning the tone of the show. So something on the CW is going to be faster paced. It's going to be kind of like higher stakes, faster paced. I don't want to say passive because it's not passive at all, but it's just like very like bam, bam, bam. And they have to cram all this information in like 30 minutes, right? Not including commercial breaks. So something on the CW is going to be filmed a lot faster than something on like HBO, like Euphoria. Euphoria is very slow. It's very like a lot, even though there are points where they're like very dramatic and very like, it's like high emotion, yes, but a lot of it, like a lot of the actors contain the emotion and the dialogue is like all just like right here on those close-up shots on HBO, and then they talk like this and like, what do you mean, Maddie, that you know? So definitely Euphoria has its like high moments, and maybe that's another really good thing to point out is like they have like their moments where like drama just unfolds, but for the most part it runs very slow. Everything is very slow, very precise with the timing of how things are unfolding with Euphoria. So obviously HBO, like cable, is going to be different than like a network show. And, you know, obviously ABC, This Is Us, like very family friendly, very like picture perfect almost, it's just very family, very like, I don't want to say it's not wholesome, because there's some shows that are very like dramatic and very sad, and there's like some comedies as well. But for the most part, ABC is going to be a family-friendly show. You're not going to get the same content that you would in Euphoria on HBO. So what you can do to improve your auditions is study the network, study the cable, like these shows on cable, all of these productions. Study the difference between a comedy on what's it called, TNT, versus a comedy on Netflix, or study the difference between a drama on the CW versus a drama on USA, or HBO, or a comedy on Peacock or NBC, whatever, compared to like a comedy. You guys get what I'm trying to say. Study the things to look out for when you're watching TV, because you're not just passively watching TV, right? But study how the vibe of the actors, the vibe of the show, the vibe, the style they're wearing, all of that stuff. So then when you get an audition for that show or that network or that director or that screenwriter, you know, because you're gonna be doing your research as well while you're watching TV, you're gonna be able to determine, okay, like this is kind of how they talk, because you don't want to like talk like this on a Disney comedy, right? Like you don't want to talk like this on a Disney multicam comedy, or I'm sorry, a Disney single cam comedy, right? Because that's not how they talk. Like Disney comedies, like Disney multicam comedies are like, oh my gosh, crazy, you know, like they're very like dramatic because they're like talking to like a younger audience. But like so I hope this is making sense. I know this is going all over the place. Study TV, study the style, study the tones, study the writing, study the actors, study the expression, study like what is all happening here. Are they being super dramatic? You know, are they being like super like larger than life dramatic or whatever? Because they're more than likely on Nickelodeon or Disney, right? But if they're just being like very like this, they're probably, on an HBO show, or probably like on something on cable, so I hope this is making sense. You're gonna learn so much. There's so much benefit in watching TV and watching just how these actors perform, and just how the whole world and the story, and how these agencies are being are expressing that story, and carry that information over to your audition, because I'm telling you guys, it's so important, and it will make or break it. You have to study TV. I don't care what those hustle grinder people want to tell you, that TV is for lazy people. Well, you know what? It's my job. I'm on TV. So I hope this helps, and let me know what you guys think.